We come back again with another video. Brr, brr, ma.
Baby, oh, baby, Mr. Rock and come in. I mean, I let it pull it lock and come in. Oh, if party car, stop and come in. Oh, they ready to rock.
Hey, what up, YouTube? You know we're back up in this thing with another video.
You know it's your boy Keem876 and your girl Tromita up in the building.
And guys, we come back again.
With another video.
You don't know, we can't leave it out like that. We're just fling the video and pound like.
What's up, girl? I don't want to brainstorm other words. Listen to me.
Before we get any further, please remember to click
Like
and subscribe to the channel and click the bell beside the subscribe button to be a part of the notification gang. Okay, so today guys, we're going to be doing a university year in review and we're going to be doing it in question style.
Yeah.
So we have a box
what we got through in our university
over the past year.
Yeah, and basically just reflecting and y'all be hearing the questions. Okay, alright.
It's going to be a bittersweet thing. We have traveling to do, people to see, beaches to visit, hotels to stay at.
The other three things apply to you.
And so we have all that to do, but we have questions in this box here all written on paper and we're going to be shaking it up. So we pick the questions randomly. Hopefully I don't pick mine because I don't want to answer those, but here we go. So the questions are in this box.
Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them like salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Alright, so ladies go first.
Oh, that's so nice.
You're not even supposed to
I'm
look.
supposed to close my eyes. I'm so
Jesus.
sorry. I'm joking. God, please send me this for my question.
Please let it be religious.
Just rest of yours.
Ah.
I realize because this writing is definitely not mine. I do so much better.
You know what? Let's not talk about my writing.
Okay.
skills.
The question is, what's
I mean, if
one...
you read it, what's one moment that brought you really close to quitting university?
You only want one?
No, me I laugh because I know you have about 7.
You only want one?
Yeah, just give me the main one.
Alright. And it's so sad that I can't tell you this off the top of my head.
In the past year.
Past year.
So for those who don't know, we are in, well, we just finished third year.
We're going into fourth year, which
So
is our last year. Then we're going to graduate and then...
Don't get them the party. They're not ready for that party.
Anyways, we're not really emotional up in here.
Alright, so one moment that brought you really close to quitting university.
I have 2 moments in mind. I don't know which one is worse.
Give them the realest one.
So I did this module. I don't know if I should
Call
know the
them.
module. I did industrial relations and law. I was having great difficulties with the course because of some stuff that I don't think should be named on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
However, it brought me to a point where I was just like, I recognized that it took a lot out of me to actually get good grades in the course. And it was very stressful. I even got sick. He knows I got sick. I went to the hospital because apparently I take school too seriously. But it was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point I remember sitting in my room and I was thinking and I was just like, maybe this university thing probably is not for me.
No cute.
Because if I'm struggling this hard to get good grades and in this module and
Sister, in this module.
I'm just letting y'all know
like,
that I don't.
Only one.
Like,
Cannot relate.
Wow, that just got.
Hard
That just got real dark.
Only patch over there. But yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. It might sound like I was being dramatic, but I mean, I know how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And it was just really hard at the time.
Oh.
And then I remember sleeping. I prayed about it. It's very important to pray to university. And I got up the morning and I was just like, you know what, even though things look dismal right now, even though I kind of stressed him out and so on, I went just push, and I passed the course.
Passed the course.
I did pass the course. And that was basically, yeah, I think that was the one that had the slightest edge.
You were literally about to tell them, listen, I'm going to discontinue.
I promise. I did tell them, I was just like, I don't want to do this no more.
Mind your broken box.
I'm not that aggressive.
We weren't sponsored for this video, so the box. No box.
It's right here.
I wanna mind this, I wanna hear this.
I don't know.
It's still perfectly folded, so it can't be mine. Because me don't do nothing neat.
That's crazy.
I say the word embarrassing, I'm not ready. Name your most embarrassing class moment.
So how you read my question to yourself and you read your question to me. We're going to read it again in a different tone of voice. Name your most embarrassing class moment.
TVJ, come pick her up because she can't read news, you know. Just give her a shout.
Please.
The most embarrassing class moment. Jesus God. I've had a few. Don't know what qualifies as most embarrassing. But I was in international human resource class one night. Yes, it was a night class, and you know, you're in class with a bunch of working class people. Like, the question was asked, and I went to the question, and I got up and I was so confident because I felt like I knew everything there was to know about Jamaica and its business sector, and I answered the question. People stared at me for a good 13 seconds before anything was said, before the laughing commenced, before Miss proceeded to almost walk out of the class because she was laughing. And I never told her this because it was hilarious but somewhat extremely embarrassing that I thought I was so right and so completely wrong at the same time. But you have to be wrong and strong. It's university.
You have to be wrong and
no
strong.
matter how you have a shame, you have to answer with pride and dignity.
And then at the same time,
fearful.
exactly, and even at the same time, you're wrong and strong, and you learn. You learn. What if you had sat there and you just never said anything?
Also in that same class, which I was struggling, just like how she was struggling in IR, we got a test and we got the grade back. And let's say, for instance, I got 45. Let's put it there, 45, right? So I thought, oh, this was out of 50. So I was like, oh, miss, I got 45. She was like, yeah, man. So I was like, cool. She's like, that's not out of 50, though. What that's supposed to mean? And everybody turned around and was like, that's out of 100. And I was like, what do you mean?
You cheated it no more? Cheated it
The
no more?
45 out of 100. Jesus, be offense around. Listen, people. People that look at me like, I'm really thinking they get too much of we over here with 30.
Oh no!
So that was extremely embarrassing, but
I mean, we all have those moments.
we make it out of those moments.
Best believe. I've had those moments before.
Learn. Okay, question number 3. Like yeah.
Wow! Your aggressiveness.
Yeah, feel it up like you're fortune the panic. Do this. Let's see what I go on. You can open it. Oh, yeah.
I open it.
It's not one of yours. Praise be to God.
Oh God, I hate you.
Apart from family, who has motivated?
No.
Apart from family, who has motivated you to continue the journey? It's TVJ News. Sorry. Who has motivated
You trying to
you?
shoot a shot?
Archibald. Start out something.
What's that actually, bro?
Yeah, who has motivated you to continue the journey at university? Apart from any family members. And those are Miss Patsy from Trilani, because Miss Patsy don't motivate.
Listen, there's enough time. I didn't want to leave when I go to Miss Patsy's shop. So she deserves to get pick up. Anyways. My friends.
Which
like,
one of them?
Them all. Let me just take the time out. I came back for it. Tanya Griggs.
Big up Talil!
Cal Black. Susan Powell.
Carol, Tanya, or Susan?
I have amazing friends. And I tell people this all the time, and I don't tell my friends because you gross love. But I tell people all the time, and I always brag about my friends being the most amazing people ever. And honestly, there are times when I sit in my room and I'm just like, God, obviously this is not for me. The pressure sometimes gets too much.
The pressure turns into depression.
Pressure bring depression.
The pressure bring depression.
Bring depression.
Facts.
And I feel like my friends, well, I know that my friends have been really a constant motivation to me. Even when Tanya will come over in the middle of the night and she's like, Tram, you got this. Even when Akeem send me to text them every day, Tram, you got this, don't worry. And even when Kyle said,
Bad man.
Oi man,
Oi, calm down.
let's be yourself.
Be yourself.
Like-
Listen to us. Listen.
He doesn't even have to say anything. It's just calm.
No emotion whatsoever.
And when Susan just sends me random messages like, you got this, sis, don't worry, you got this in the bag, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're beautiful, and all these things, I had to really rely on them to get myself to university.
The most amazing friends.
I would not trade my friends for anything in the world. So yes, my constant.
Big up Tanya, big up Kyle, big up Susan, big up Jalissa.
How can I forget Julissa?
Can't talk about Jalissa right now. That's a whole video by
A
itself.
whole ass video by
A whole
itself.
video by itself.
Yes.
You tell them take time when they back.
It's not going to break.
No, insurance.
Insurance box.
Yeah, we have to insure everything. Including the back.
The wall, right?
Which is
through
my
the
wall.
Right through the wall. Come.
Bring your box closer to me.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, this is one of mine.
oh Jesus. So that means I can answer one of mine then.
Yeah.
What?
What are you planning to do differently going forward that you never had interest doing in the past?
Why your question them so profound? On a profile with a plan.
Listen, you must have something. Talk about it.
Read the question I want time. Please put it in a sentence. What is the origin?
It is English. And this is the question.
Come on!
Sure. What are you planning to do differently going forward that you never had interest in doing in the past?
I plan to be more rigid with myself where studying is concerned. I feel like I don't have proper strategies going into studying. I'm not the kind of person that studies 2 weeks before the exam or puts together a whole study sheet.
I'm not like that either.
You know, and
It has to be the night before, 2 nights before.
I plan to be more rigid with myself when it comes to studying.
Yeah.
And also, time management for me is shitty. I am the worst. I'm on time. When it comes to managing my time with a task, terrible. So I know we have to fix that before university ends. We only have 1 year left. So that's one thing I definitely plan to do differently. Because honestly, it's not GSAT. And it's not CXC. And you can't just get up and say like, oh, I remember that from class. And that's how it works. You will fail.
I promise you.
You will fail. And these lecturers do not
play.
They don't play and they don't care. I definitely plan to change that. But we'll see how it works. You think it'll work out?
Don't. We have 1 year.
I will just sell orange at you with back gate. So you know I plan to come. It's alright.
I don't like orange. I'm going to sell pine.
Alright, so guys, you'll see us at you with back gate.
Look out for you.
You know what? Death and life are the power of the tongue. Nope,
That
we
is-
are going to be very wealthy.
That is true. That is true.
Orange and pineapple entrepreneurs. Like your guy. A 2 left. Watch out. You can't even see the blind in your past life.
Whoa. That's not fair.
Guys, the box of malfunction, I see. How did you handle procrastination back when you started university versus now?
First of all, who told you that I handle procrastination? We're still struggling out here.
How did you?
Alright, whoa. How did I handle it? I'm going to be really honest with you. I have not handled procrastination. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I have attempted to, and I can tell you about my attempts. Back then, I used to, for about a week, and I feel like probably everybody does this. Like for a week, when I just come into university, you're just like, you know what? I have to be on the ball and I'm going to procrastinate.
Every
time I go to a class, I'm going to come home and read over all my notes.
Start the assignment early.
And that lasts for like 3 days, probably a week if you're lucky.
Half an hour.
Half an hour for some. You just tell them half an hour. It's half an hour. But after a while, it's just like, you know what, I can't bother with this thing. I'm probably gonna do it one next day, and tomorrow turn into next day, turn into next month.
You never give up, and they just sit down and be like, boy, earth around red. I was thinking that, just
Seriously. And for me, the type of person I am, I operate best under pressure.
You're gonna operate best in a no circumstance. Go on, do.
Whoa, you just keep getting
Pressure
darker
or no pressure?
and darker. Like, my brain is programmed that way where I cannot do something unless I know it is, I don't have another choice. So for example, say the work due on the 24th of August, for example. I can't do the work anytime before the 24th. It has to be the night, like the early morning, like 12 o'clock a.m., like in the morning of the 24th.
You know, so if it not do it, it's a definite 0.
Right, where I don't have any other options.
Yeah.
I can never be proactive, and it's sad, and I've attempted. I won't lie, but I don't think that's for me. I think I'm going to stick with this whole procrastination vibe.
You're going to try work you, but eventually,
You're going to try work it.
if you see we end up graduating with a piece of paper, a procrastination do it.
Honestly. And you know the thing is, what causes me to not, try to revive myself from this whole procrastination thing is that I still get stuff done.
Regardless.
Which really doesn't motivate me to do any better. Still get good grades.
Facts, more facts, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, shake.
Oh, it's one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
odds are very slim.
Okay, guys.
That's why I could pick anything else. Bring the box. You see my hand there? You see my hand there?
The box
My
was
hand?
the box was right here, and Akeem literally went all the way. What the hell the box had over there stuff?
No, you probably a movie play trick on. So take a paper, huh?
I did.
So,
Not back here. Not back here, guys.
then lock. I this rough me up. Oh man.
I really did.
You
Oh,
can't
this
help
is
me out
yours.
now.
Yes.
Mhm.
What's your advice on choosing a major or minor in university? Akeem, me see clear say that I set up me for
I
failure.
didn't really
But
want.
God was just like, this question is not for she.
Guys, back in 9th grade, we had career day. And I, along with my mother, really thought I was going to be a pharmaceutical technician. However, I realized that I don't like hospitals. I don't like seeing sick people.
No, it's okay. No, oh God. No, alright. Okay, wow. You see what we're not going to do.
So I had a wake-up call, and what happened is I somehow moved into business because of a personality decision, and it was the best choice of my life. Now, when we were coming out of second year, we had to choose a major, and this has a lot to do with your passion, because a lot of people pick things because they thought it was going to be easy, and now they are failing.
That's true.
I don't know who me just drip up, probably myself, but still, you know what I'm saying? It took a while for me to understand that I love the marketing, and it is what I wanted to do, and it is a passion, and I love brand management and advertising and going out and persuading people. It took a while, but here I am with the courses that I love, with people that full of vibes around me, passing courses. And I feel like when you're going to pick your major, you really have to do self-assessment.
You really do.
It's a personality test, a self-assessment. You have to pray about it. Say a prayer, because if you go in with the wrong state of mind, saying, "Yo, we just have to pick something," are you gonna put academic publication?
That just whoa.
We're not even gonna talk about academic publication.
We are not going to speak
But
on
guys,
version because we don't follow this though.
Talk to people who you know have your best interest at heart and who know you and who have seen you grow and evolve. They don't necessarily have to make the final decision, but it helps to have a second opinion. It really does.
Because like for me with HR, because human resources is my major, I remember my mom and I sitting down and we had this talk, and I'm just like, Mom, is either marketing or human resources? And I was just like, lobbying. And for me, I could do marketing, but I felt like human resources is my thing, because as much as people get on my nerves,
She's a people person.
I am a people person. Like, you could walk up to me and randomly have a conversation with me, and I would allow it.
We just do approach.
And we would just kick it off in a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But as it relates to minor, because it was a major minor question,
Mm-hmm.
as it relates to minor, my minor is marketing. So I have to make something with people all the time, no matter what.
Can't get out of it.
I can never get out of it. So for me, and I think it helps push you, because you have the academic aspect of it, but you have to develop things within yourself that would enhance you operating in your major in the business world. So like for me, I remember there was a point in my life where I just didn't want to socialize with anybody, and I feel like everybody goes through that. Like, we're just like isolation type of thing.
Every other day.
Well, yeah. For me, it was just like probably a month or so. And I just never did, I never wanted to socialize, I didn't know what to say. I started getting all anxious and nervous and so on. I started talking to people, and I realized that this is now a problem for me, and I need to now improve myself so that I don't flunk when I go out into the HR world. So yeah, as he said, it depends upon your passion. You have to be
Passion, personality, pray about it. And
if
do
my mom and
self-assessment.
I didn't sit down and say, "Oh, Tram, you're a people person, do this,"
We would not be.
but I probably do one next major have to do with figures, and I don't bless them with them. So
I don't know where I'm gonna end up. But I major in marketing and minor in international business relations, and obviously I'm doing the right thing because I'm meeting the right people. And once you start, network the hell out of it, because after this your GPA will not matter.
it won't.
It won't. As pretty as it looks on paper, guys, you have to network and talk to people to get places. Not just saying links run the world, but links run the world.
Yeah.
Links run the world.
Third year was hard.
Hard.
That's the word. I'm sorry. I know it gets harder, but naturally.
It was
but
difficult.
It was really,
difficult.
really hard.
It was difficult.
But apart from it being hard, it was just lessons.
Upon lessons, and not just school lessons and academic lessons, life lessons, love lessons,
Everything.
everything. It tests your patience, it tests your will. But we're moving into fourth year with a different mindset.
Yeah.
And I think we've learned so much and grown so much. We're not the same people that came onto UTEP's campus.
Nope. I am so much different. I'm sorry.
But God.
But God.
But God.
No, it's okay. It's hard.
I've been doing ball, guys. Me loving you, and sometimes when I not drop my video for a while, me just feel one way. Why you love me like that? You can't just grieve with me, no?
You're also being all emotional.
But guys, listen, I will definitely see you guys soon. We have things to do.
Place to go.
We have a photo shoot to get to. We can't be late. So guys, thank you so much for coming on this YouTube journey with us. And you know we're going to continue
It
updating
was
you guys.
such a pleasure being on the
Posting
channel.
videos.
I want to say this because I feel like there's such a huge contrast. When we were doing YouTube, I told Akeem, I was just like,
Me don't want to be in any
I don't want to be in any
This me stay in the
videos
background.
because I'll just be the background girl, and look at me. In
My
90%.
certified co-host in 95% of our videos. You know?
Yeah.
So, we love you guys and we'll see you next time.
You're blocking my heart.
Fix this up,
You're
just
blocking my heart.
Intertwine
Do
the
it
hand.
again.
Intertwine the hand.
Next time. Bye.